Hey guys, you here, right? Hey, welcome to my GTA 5 stunt and jump guide. I spent a lot of time onto this. I really greatly appreciate if you guys left a thumbs up on this and share it with your friends that would like to complete it to receive a nice trophy. There's about 50 stunt jumps within the game. I'm going to be showing each and every location within the GPS from the map that you guys can, in your own time, pause the video and spend your time doing this and accomplishing each and every jump within the game. So there's 50 jumps in total. Let's get right into it without wasting time. Right, the first jump is going to be located at the Los Santos International Airport. You may have already done this because it's one of the straightforward ones that you see quite clearly as you go in towards the airport. So all you got to do is get the right speed. I say speed up around here and go straight onto the ramp instead of going to a specific angle. Use Trevor's ability with L3, R3, push it together to line up the jump, as you have to go straight forward to go on top of the garage. You can't go elsewhere, you just literally have to land on top of the garage. Right, so the second one is located at Strawberry. This is pretty much a ramp that is quite colourful. It's actually a bright green ramp, and it's located where you need to jump on towards the highway. So I'd say speed up near the as close as possible, because if you go way too fast, you'll crash into the tram section, which you'll see as I show this right now. If you see the left hand side of the highway, you will speed up and crash in between where passengers wait. So that's a very bad thing, and it will start jumping most likely fail. So just go as slowly as possible, speed up near the end, and you should be able to do that very easily. Right, so the third one is quite straightforward in case you haven't done this already. Little CEO Vespucci, and I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's just located at a junction, and it's got this, it's quite straightforward when you see it, because you'll see this huge obstacle where you can go through it just like this and get a completion for your stunt jump. So that's quite straightforward and shouldn't be that difficult. Now the fourth one's located once again at Los Santos International Airport, and this was opposite to the first jump that I showed you, and this is actually jumping inwards towards the airport. You'll see me do this with the Lamborghini furnace. So this one's quite straightforward as well. Don't go too fast because you will end up flipping your car. It's pretty hard to control, but yeah, let's go. It's quite simple. Moving on. Right, another straightforward one. Fifth one, Pillbox Hill on top of a junction. This one's actually top, not beneath. So literally go on top, and near the end of the junction you'll see a little gap. You go through that. Literally no speed required whatsoever. You literally accelerate at this point. Just land on 4 of your tires nice and smoothly on the surface, and that should be another easy jump. Right, now the sixth one's located at Little CO next to a gun shop. You see just beneath it, you see a little entrance towards nice little gap that you can jump off, smashing through cones and gates and construction site pretty much. And so what you need to do, go through here. You see a nice little Korean plaza on your left, in case you don't know how to locate this, and simply just jump off that. This one's quite straightforward as well. So the seventh one is right on the top of the map at Plato Bay. There's a little gap in the road, and that's pretty much the jump. It's quite small, so it's straightforward as well. Yet another straightforward jump. Most of the jumps in this game are straightforward. So all you got to do is speed up and jump and land smoothly, I suppose. Nothing much to it than just another easy, straightforward jump, I suppose. Now the eighth one is located at Banning. It's quite a weird spot, which you guys can locate for yourselves from this video if you pause it. This one is another straightforward. You've got to jump over the river, however, which shouldn't be a problem. It's not on the river, it's a dam, so it should be easier. Alright, number 9, this one's located near the hills in Richmond. This one, you can see there's 2 roads that will be identical. Don't get confused between which one. Choose the right hand side one, and basically smash through some cones and end up on this ramp, and literally no need to speed up. Honestly, just speed up near the end of the ramp and land safely on the road, and don't go too fast, otherwise you go into those palm trees and die. Now the 10th one is located at Elysian Island. There's quite a few jumps on this island. There's a lot of which you'll see in this video, and basically this is the first one of many in this area. So you start accelerating at the point where I turned, to make sure you don't crash into the freaking water tanks that you see right in front of you after I land. So be careful of that. What? Did it just say contested? What? Not sack. Okay. There's another one at Elysian Island. This is the 11th one on the left hand side from the first one that I showed you from the Elysian Island. This one, quite simply, don't accelerate too much, otherwise you'll land on top of the second roof and end up smashing into one of those spinning things. 12th one's located at Pillbox Hill. It's in the garage somewhat. You gotta go inside, and what you need to do is a ramp straight as you go inside, and you literally speed up near the end as you're going up the slope, and that should be another easy one as well. The 13th one, Strawberry. This is, I believe, is a garage where you gotta go up constantly in a rotation, I believe, until you get to the very top. Let's see. Yep, this is the very top one. You just go down this little mini slope at the top and see a little nice little ramp. This one's another straightforward one if you just accelerate from where I did so after turning around, and that should be all good. 14th one at Burton. This one is another straightforward one. There's a little turn coming up, and just before the turn happens, there should be a gap on the intersection, and you should be able to smash through the cones and land safely on the road, just like what I did with here with the Cheetah. So that's a huge gap, so you've got a lot of options to where to land. That's another straightforward landing on a flat surface, another road. Downtown, 15th. This one actually is on the third road. You can see in the very bottom road of where you see the GPS located, so don't get confused, as this would be on the higher ground. Usually I'd recommend doing this with a bicycle instead of a motorbike instead of a car, because what happens with a car, it's kind of tilts and goes in a weird angle. Anyway, 16th one in Textile City, Strawberry Eye, which is located at the hospital where you spawn, most likely near the impound, the vehicle impound. And you gotta go to the entrance on the top, but not the actual entrance where you spawn, and do this with a motorbike, because you won't be able to do this with a car because the car won't fit. That's exactly how I managed to get my Cheetah's engine showing. Anyway, La Mesa is 17, which is one of the motorway exits which you can take, or entrances, sorry, to the motorway, but there's a little gap or a little ramp on the corner of it which you guys can use either a motorbike or a car, depends which one you want to do it on, and it's quite straightforward. So, number 18 is Rancho Davis Ave, and this is Avenue, what I'm talking about. This is located near the middle of the map on another garage on the top, so you got to go all the way to the top, simply accelerate as you get inside, land safely without crashing into the building right in front of you. Number 19 is El Barrio Heights. This one's located on the bottom right hand side of the corner of the map, in between both of those roads that are located exactly, and you got to go straight off the ramp and go southwest from where the GPS is located, and that should be easy. And let's move on to number 20, Terminal Bacchini. I'm not gonna bother pronouncing that, but as you can see, I put the GPS right there in the bottom right hand side of the map. Literally got to jump across the river. Use Trev Franklin's ability if you need, so just don't land into the river. You shouldn't actually not land into the river if you put in a lot of speed, which should be the most case for all the stumps. So here comes 21st, Elysian Island yet again. There's quite a few here, as I said. This one's another little tricky one which you wouldn't guess at first, but just gotta give it a go. And there you have it. That's another simple one as well. So many simple stunt jumps, and this is just kind of, some of them are quite boring. 20 seconds, Elysian Island yet again. This one is across a river, so that's pretty interesting. Actually, no, never mind. It's not across a river. You can actually change this and put it actually on top of a freaking road instead by changing the angle. That's a bit cheeky. Another one at Elysian Island, quite opposite to where we just jumped off from, and you'll see it is another one where it's kind of weird because you got to go off a truck over the river this time, and you need a lot of speed for this, literally a lot of speed, so you don't land into the river, because that can get pretty annoying having to get out the car and finding a new one. This one's yet again at Elysian Island, the first one I showed you on the left hand side. Yet again, this the third set, and this one similar design to the ramp. They used a pretty fast car for this, and it should be easy. There's another one right in front of it as well on the far side. Don't go too fast on this, otherwise you'll end up going into the sea, which happened to me the first time, going super fast. I literally didn't even touch this roof. I literally went flying through this into the sea, and that was a fail. And another one's located on the opposite side from where we just showed you the previous one, and this one goes across the river as well, and this one you need somewhat speed, just get over that and don't crash into the building in front of you. So change the angle of the car so you land sideways like that. So that's quite straightforward as well. And so moving on to the 27th one, Los Santos International Airport. I thought at first that this ramp didn't work till I used Franklin's ability, and basically all you need to do, use Franklin's ability to line up the car so that the awkward angle disappears from this hedge on the left hand side, and so therefore straighten up the car, and enabling the stunt jump and activating it pretty much. And just control the car with the left analog stick and make it straight as possible with the 4 tires to land smoothly on the surface, although that wasn't smooth, just that as long as you're landing with 4 tires. La Puerta Davis Avenue is 28th one on a highway, but on the bottom side of it. So we go to the bottom of it, there's this little ramp you go over. Simply go across it, use Franklin's ability just in case you need to, because there's quite a lot of traffic there sometimes, and you should be good there. 29, La Puerta. This one's located near a dam, and actually this is on a dam, so you simply have to go really fast to jump way over these roads to jump into the helicopter hangar. So that should be fun. And this was located right next to that little soul on the right hand side of the helicopter pad. You'll see that there's a small ramp. See, I got kind of confused with this. I thought you could jump over all the way across to the other side, but simply just jump onto the same road by just changing the angle up to the right hand side, and that should be quite straightforward. So don't need to spend too much time on that. So moving on to the 31st one, La Puerta. This one's located near the dam as well on the bottom hand side, and this one is quite simply jumping across a small little gap. You can't be doing this from the other way around. You can only do it from this side, so don't waste your time doing it the other way around. And that was straightforward. So Little CO Innocence, and this one's number 32, located just the northeast of the gun shop. Simply another ramp on an intersection on the highway, and just jump across to the other side. And that should be easy as that. Just use the right amount of speed. Don't use too much or too less, if that makes sense. Otherwise, you will end up going into an awkward position, and it can take you some time to get off. Yeah, 33, top of the garage. Quite straightforward as well. That is nothing special to that. Remember, you can pause these videos and do it in your own time. I'm just here to guide you through it. I don't really need to be talking here, but Little CO number 34, where you jump on towards the highway from a small intersection, and you can see here simply jumping across the traffic and landing safely on the other side, as long as your 4 tires hit the ground first as smooth as possible without any sort of off balance, then you should be great. Del Perro is number 35 on the left hand side of the map, and simply you go on top of the pretty much you go on top of this section here and you jump onto the highway. This is as easy as it gets, pretty much. Just don't crash into the car. Easier said than done. Literally, you don't have to put any speed into that. This was located right next to it on the left hand side, and this one needs to go on top of a building, 36. So you go into this road here, and you got to go to the left hand side from this section, not the bottom one, but the left hand side. You smash through this glass or this construction site and simply land safely. This one you need the correct amount of speed, otherwise you will land awkwardly and sometimes fail multiple times. Number 37 is in Burton yet again, and this one, I believe this one's is just nice and simple. I honestly wasn't expecting this to be a jump as I was riding through. Unfortunately, taking out the dude with a nice checker shirt, but hey, actually that's a freaking cardigan one we're talking about. And this dude's there taking a picture with his phone of the incident. Yeah, shit happens, man. 38 on top of a car park, I believe, Rockford Hills. No, never mind. Yeah, this is actually a car park. However, this is an outside car park, and there's a couple of these that are similar to each other. So you got to do the one that is pretty much what I did and showed you in GPS. This one's in the golf course, sorry. Number 39, GWC Golfing Society. This one you need to use the appropriate speed, otherwise you'll hit the top of the arch that you see him going through right now, and it can get really annoying at times when your golf cart smashes. You don't necessarily need to do it with the golf cart, but you might as well do it when you see it inside the entrance. Number 40, Grand Sonoro, Dessert. This one is really fun. Let's get a lot of aerial in this. I like the aerial jumps. It takes more longer to finish. This wasn't that great, I suppose, but still in the Highlands it was kind of fun. This is another one in the Highlands, Rayton Canyon, number 41. This one saw some 4 bad boys with the bikes take out one dude, unfortunately, And this, I remember this jump in Burnout Paradise. I don't know if you guys played that game, but many years ago. And unfortunately, I thought I showed you the crash as well, the aftermath of this. And he still managed to ride this car after all of this. That's just insane. Look at all those body parts and detail gone into the car. That's just insane, man. Great work, Rockstar Games. Great work. All right, 42 is at Palito Bay. This was located next to the clothes shop on that street next to the spray customs area. And this one's near inside the construction site. Simply when you see it, just a little bit of speed as you get inside and simply land flat between the alleyway and you're great. You're good to go. That's the 42 jump. 43rd one is looks like a similar one to the previous one, but this was located on the mid section where near Trevor's house. And this is quite simply with a quad bike. You must do this with a quad bike or a motorbike. You can locate the quad bike right next to this ramp and jump over this as fast as possible and try to avoid the swimming pool because that can annoy the hell out of you. So there's quite a lot of obstacles to avoid in that one. 44th one, this can get really annoying because you need to land inside the police station. So if you do land inside it, you'll immediately get a 2-star police like that. So if you do end up failing or smashing into the building too fast, then yeah, you most likely die because it's hard to get out there. So number 45, Gran Sonora Desert, located on the highway. Simple ramp to be located. Simple enough, and that's it. Quite straightforward jump. 46th, another one near the highway. This one actually jumps straight onto the highway from the wind farm. From Gran Sonora Desert as well. So from the wind farm, you go straight onto the highway, and as simple as that. And so yeah, moving on to the 47th one, Alamo C. This one is one of those dirt tracks or dirt roads that you can use off-road. And simply you see a nice little ramp here that you can use either with a quad bike or anything really and land safely as long as you go at a decent speed. The 47th jump. My 48th one, this was near Trevor's airport or hangar. And this simply is just jumping over the bunch of rocks here and landing safely on the other side onto the runway. That's easy as that. And the 49th one, I believe, is the one here, another one at Elysian Island, which I forgot to show you. I do apologize for that if I keep making you go back and forth, but this one is the one right next to the one I showed you where you got to go across the river on the right hand side over here, which you got to go just literally on the entrance towards this Elysian Island. So the only entrance towards is this road here. So that's simple. Just get the appropriate speed. You don't want to go too fast, otherwise you go right into the telephone line. The final jump is the most annoying one that I found, is having to go into the lighthouse island. If you fail once, you end up going into the sea, and then you have to keep getting out and coming onto this bridge part here to pick up another vehicle from switching from the other Beetle. You guys will see when you do this, right? So go straight here, gotta get the right speed and the right angle to land onto the surface. As long as your 4 tires hit the surface of this island, then you have completed the jump. So well, anyway, hopefully this guide helped you guys locate all 50 stunt jumps to accomplish and complete all the 50 stunt jumps, and so therefore getting a trophy, and that's something that you can use to brag against your friends and whatnot. So as always, feel free to leave a like and share the video for anyone that wants to complete all 50 stunt jumps, and I'll see you guys soon. Check your sign out. Good night, peace. Yeah, get wasted, man, get wasted.